Wow. It's late. 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Sometimes I get up a little early. I don't expect people to be in the chat, but that's okay. That's things I want to say. Hey, let's talk about Jenny Jen Jen for a second. Jenny Jen Jen. I think maybe Carla could take a lesson from Jenny Jen Jen. Since Jenny was over in Carla's chat going, Brian did the same thing to me. No, I didn't. I left your Discord once I saw what it was all about. He did the same thing to me. He keeps messing with me. But she puts in her titles, come here, bitch boy. He messes with me. But let's talk about Jenny Jen Jen and how Carla can learn a lesson from her. Everybody on here knows some of the stuff that Vinny says and does. I mean, he gets intoxicated, calls women cunts, dances around in a thong with a little wiener showing out. And he just saying people he said he wished people died of cancer. I mean, Vinny says all kinds of stuff that's way worse than me, right? And everybody knows that Jenny is Vinny's best friend, right? So here's how Carla could learn a lesson from her. Vinny says and does things all the time. It's no secret like that, but he deletes his lives. That's what he does. He likes to provoke, trigger, delete. Okay? So Vinny says stuff all the time, and everybody knows that Jenny's his best friend, right? So when people come to Jenny and they say, "How can you support something like that?" You know what she says? That's Vinny. Go talk to Vinny. I didn't say it. That's Vinny. But Jenny, who supports someone who says way worse than what I ever could about people all the time, he's just watching before he deletes his live. This is what he does. He get drunk, piss all over the floor, start calling women all kinds of names, and other people, all kinds of names, and honing in on a female's vagina. It doesn't matter what Molly did, but to take a close-up shot of a crotch of a female, and Jenny supports that, right? But she wants to tell you what you should or shouldn't support. Jenny Jen Jen. Maybe you and Vinny should just get a room. So I don't know what to think about all this. I really don't. Somebody directed me over to Cabbage Thighs. Cabbage Thighs. Everybody knows Cabbage Thighs. Her live. And she's going, look right here. Look right here. The guy up right there on that panel right there with Molly go like, look right there. You know his son killed a baby. Yeah. I bet you didn't know that. Bet y'all didn't know his son murdered a baby. I bet you didn't know that. Piece of shit, hog head, piece of shit. Shut the fuck up. As if people didn't know. Let me tell you how people know about my son's case. Because I uploaded it for everybody to see. Bet y'all didn't know that. Bet it's been 5 years. Where the fuck you been, Savage? Bet y'all didn't know that. His son, who was 23 years old and didn't live in my house, killed a baby. His son, bet y'all didn't know that. Shut the fuck up. Savage, this happened like 5 years ago. Where you been? Cabbage Thighs. Where you been? Bet y'all didn't know that. His son killed baby. Fuck out here. That was an idiot over there. That was a fucking jackass. The fuck country are you from? Bet y'all didn't know that. Brian's son murdered a baby. Anybody here didn't know that? Because I put it all up on the internet for everybody to see. It was right on my YouTube, the whole trial, everything. Even the paperwork that says that I walked my son out of where he was hiding and handed him over to police. Duh. Bet y'all didn't know that. Yeah, Brian. Brian, his son killed a baby. His son killed a baby. His son murdered a baby. Bet you didn't know. That's all Savage has. Shut the fuck up. See, here's the thing with ignorant people. How are you going to hold me accountable for something somebody else did? Somebody else did that. His son killed a baby. His son murdered a child. Bet y'all didn't know that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get me some of their French fried taters. Anybody that talks like Savage does, just that her ignorance shows in the way she speaks. Bet y'all didn't know that. Everybody on YouTube knows that, dumbass. Everybody on YouTube does that. And I am not Molly Golightly's bulldog. You know who Molly Golightly's bulldog is? Molly Golightly. That's who her bulldog is. This is what you dumbasses don't understand. All you people that are making videos about Molly making money off of Summer Wells are tagging Molly's name in the chat with your super chats on. So you're calling someone else out for making money while you're making money for calling someone else out. You're doing the same fucking thing. Anybody who's monetized and puts in Molly Golightly, Heels on the Ground, Betty Blow, they're making money. It's not as if they just want to come and tell you about Molly and them for free. I mean, why would they come tell you about Molly and them for free? I mean, there's work in telling you about there's work in telling you about Molly and them. But by God, we got to put that tag in there. We got to put her name in there so people will come see it. And we got to leave our super chat on and our PayPal on and our Cash App on while we're talking about this person making money off of talking about people. Oh, Billy Bob Thornton. Mm-hmm. I reckon I've seen Sling Blade too many times, you know. Mm-hmm. All right, Dan. Well, he was on top of my mama. I thought he was hurting her. I picked up one of their sling blades. Some people called it machete. I called it sling blade. But he was hurting my mama. She's making all kind of noise. So I hit him in the head with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Killed him. But anywho, these people that are, again, look at the hypocrisy in this. If you go to these channels, there's only a couple. They'll be talking about Molly making money off of someone else's tragedy. And they're expecting her to just do that for free, right? Just talk about it for free while they have their Cash Apps on and their PayPals up under the channel. Right? So how are you any different than Molly? You're making money off Molly talking about Summer Wells. Right? Imagine that. Imagine that. But at any rate, the truth is powdering Brian's ass. Well, you're over powdering Vinny's ass, Jenny Jen. Do you support that, Jenny Jen? You support Vinny? In the nasty shit that he says? Do you support that? I'm going to tell you why Jenny does. Jenny's not stupid. Vinny's going to do what he wants to do, and she's still going to care about him as a friend. No matter what he does, she's going to care about him as a friend. She's going to say, well, you said this, so I'm booting you and blocking. No, that's what friends do. I'm going to tell you one thing about Jenny and Vinny. I've always respected how she looked out for him. She'll look out for him. She tries to get him to stop doing that stuff, but he won't. But that's no reason for her to end her friendship with Vinny because he acts that way sometimes. That's no reason for her to end her friendship with Vinny because he gets a little out of control. You accept your friends the way that they are. Jenny didn't shut Vinny down and walk away from him when he was saying things about pinning people down and raping them and talking to other people. Not just me. He's been terribly worse to other people than he has been to me. And Jenny remains his friend with all his flaws. She stays his friend with all his flaws. Those two are the definition of what loyalty and friendship is. Jenny doesn't act like Vinny. That's how you judge Jenny's behavior. She does not act like Vinny. She doesn't. But Vinny is her friend. And she's not going to shit on Vinny because her personality and his way of doing things might be a little different than hers. She's not going to say, you know what? You're out of my Discord. I'm going to do a live. You shouldn't have called Scottish Tracy that. You shouldn't have done this. You shouldn't have done that. So maybe you can learn a lesson from Jenny Jen. Maybe you can learn a lesson from her. And don't you worry about, look, Jenny Jen giving Tracy shit for powdering my ass. Let me tell you what adulting is. Me and Tracy, and me, I've said some really nasty things to her. Right? She said some things to me too. I mean, I think I've been a little more nasty to her than she has been to me. And it started over a true crime case. Okay? And we went at it and went at it and went at it and went at it. I mean, we were really nasty to each other. But here's what adulting is. Okay? As we were fighting with each other, we were getting to know each other, and at the same time, we hadn't always fight either. People keep saying it was 14 years of fighting. It wasn't always that. There's been plenty of times where Tracy and I have had a good time talking. She's pretty intuitive, you know. She's pretty down to earth. One thing I respect about Tracy is one, she'll tell me when I'm fucking. She'll be like, "You're a fucking idiot, Brian. What the fuck's wrong with you? What the fuck you say that shit for?" She ain't scared. But we had all that fighting. And now we're at a place where I actually, and this is before she's come up here, but I like Tracy. I mean, I like anybody that gives it to you straight. Just because Tracy, let's say Tracy has a friend, you know, that's doing some fucked up shit, she will tell them. She will. She won't stick up for somebody just because they're her friend. We saw that when she left Laura. You know, they had now they're able to talk to each other, which is good. That's what adulting is. Tracy is funny. She's put up videos of me dogging at me that I literally sit her and laugh at because she's funny. That woman has a decent heart. I'm telling you. I've said this for a long time. She's got a decent heart. Hoghead. And maybe Cabbage Thighs and Sling Blades should get together so they can have a conversation they both can understand over Savage. I bet y'all didn't know Brian's son murdered a child. Fuck you been? Where you been, dummy? Hi, Lydia. Jenny Jen is like the best one, the most hypocritical one to get in there, slide up under Carla's chat because I said something that to Vinny. You know, she had to get on over there and, yeah, why would he say such disgusting things? Oh, wait a minute. Don't forget about what Vinny says, my friend Vinny. But this Brian, why would he say this disgusting? What a fucking hypocrite. What a hypocrite and a liar, that one. But that's all good. I can't be upset with the whole setup thing. Look, I used to go on Carlos every morning, right? And we have a good time. Then I picked up, because I was working night, I can go on in the morning. Last year and a half or so, I haven't been able to go over there in the morning, so I'm not there as much. Carla made a comment, "You hardly ever come over here anymore." Okay. And then she said, "You're hardly ever in the Discord." Right? Which she's right. Because if I go into Discord and I don't see them talking, I don't really say nothing. And you know, so I haven't been coming around as much. So I'm kind of expendable now, right? Since I'm not able to come up there every day, I'm kind of expendable. You know, and they're going to say he never stops. Of course I'm not going to stop, Carla. You put up a video about me talking shit about me. Twice. So I get to respond to that. And as a matter of fact, I evaluated that video very closely that you guys made up there lying and stuff. You start right out with a lie. You start on that last video that you did. You started out by going, Bryan. You are lying. Then you said, I did not boot you out of my Discord. And Miss B corrected you and said, yes, you did. I told you booted me. But I'm not going to drag her. I'm not going to drag Carla. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to the facts on how this whole thing went down. But Miss B took a hit on my faith and my religion. Hey, fuck you. When was the last time your bitch ass went to church? How about that? And Miss B said, well, he won't fight with a man. He won't fight with a man. Oh, no, he won't fight with a man. Where the fuck you been? John Crimes next. Again, I can't say this. Yeah, Samara speaks for Carla. I can't say this enough. This is how blonde and dense Miss B is. Hey, Uncle Sam. She's up there going, he won't fight with a man. But the basis of this whole thing is because I was fighting with a man who would block me. I went up on Vinny's panel, which he deleted live. And he was trying to tell me, I've got this clip of Molly Golightly saying that she enjoys raising money for St. Jude's and giving them half. I said, that's not what she said. Oh, Bryan, you're so wrong. I've got the clip, Bryan. I've got the clip right here. I said, that's not what she said. Well, let's bring the clip up. Let's bring the clip up then, Bryan. I'm about to show you, Bryan. I said, okay, because that's not what she said. And he brings the clip up, and what Molly actually says is, I enjoy creating content and giving half my earnings to St. Jude's. She didn't say I enjoy raising money for St. Jude's and giving them half. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I'm not scared of any of these fucking males. I've had motherfuckers say they're coming to my house. They're going to whoop my ass. They're going to do this. Ain't nobody showed up. I don't care if you're male or female. I mean, they want to call me out, right? They want to call me out because I said I was in an argument with somebody else and it had nothing to do with them, right? But when Rel was over there telling Carla he was a little old lady, he's going to hit her in the head with a rock. How she was a little old lady and all that. He's going to fuck her up, put pictures up of beat up old ladies. There wasn't no fucking lie about that, was there, bitch? Pussies, all of you. He won't do that to a man. He won't say that. He won't talk to a man. And then when I would go and me and Rel would go back and forth with each other, they said, come on, Bryan, stop going over there. Stop fighting with him. Cut it out. We've told him, don't keep going over there to that man. You're fucking dumb. Acting like a blonde. That's dumb. He won't fight with the man. Everybody remember all them videos I put up about John Crimes? About negs? Anybody talk shit to me. I don't care if you're male or female. Here's the bottom line. I don't give a shit what you say misbehaving, but my wife has seen what I do to a man. She's seen it. Who talks shit. One man disrespect her. My wife has seen that. And we'll do a video about that. How about that? She's seen it a couple different times. See, it's easier to fight with men than it is with women. Because you can bust a man in his fucking mouth. A woman, you just have to put up with it. Barbie's husband. Yeah, but what was it? What the fuck was his name? Emad. He was on Molly's when me and Molly weren't getting along. He was on Molly's. And I came in the chat. He said something smart to me. And I said, man, fuck you, dude. Control your drunk ass wife from on here and people won't talk shit. You know? He goes, I bet you won't say that to my face. 5 minutes later, I had his phone number and I called him. I said, motherfucker, here I am. I will say it to your face. Control your bitch ass wife, dude. That's exactly what happened. If any of y'all think I'm afraid of some kind of man, let one come to my door. I'll show you. Ain't none of them showed up yet. Keep saying they're going to, but they don't show up. I'm gonna come to your house. Ain't nobody coming over here. Where's Serendipity's old man at? He lives right down the fucking street. I've called that bitch all kind of fucking names left and right. I told him, I said, you won't even defend your wife. Oh, well, you can come over here. You can come over here. Sarah kept telling me, you come to my house, Brian, and I'm sure you ain't gonna like it. But in the Discord, in Wendy V's Discord, she's going, you come over here, I'll call the cops. I was like, if I come over there, you'll call the cops on YouTube. She said, no, I won't. No, I won't. But in the Discord, I've got the clip. I showed the clip on Skittlepox. Publicly, she's saying, come on over here. We ain't going to call the cops. But in the Discord, if you come near my house, I'm going to call the police. I put it up. Where's her old man at? Yeah, it's easier for me to fight with a man, to be honest with you. I can't fight with a female, with words. Because if they say something to me and I say something back to them, oh, I'm a woman. You shouldn't talk to a woman that way. Blah, blah. We can talk to you any way we want, but you shouldn't talk to us that way. It's easier with a man. Do you really think that if I was out at Kroger's somewhere shopping and let's say Savage Live saw me, she'd come up to me going, shut the fuck up, man. Fuck bitch boy. I'll tell you what, I'd go to jail. Because we have a right to defend ourselves. And if I say, hey, don't talk to me that way, and you keep at it, and you're coming at me aggressively, I don't give a fuck if you got tits or not. You coming at me aggressively like they do on YouTube, I got a right to defend myself. Bet y'all didn't know that. His son killed a baby. Shut the fuck up. I dub thee Cabbage Thighs instead of Savage Live. I ain't scared of your mouth, woman. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. Anybody wants to call me out on my son's trial, they go right on over and look at Skittlepox. I didn't do that shit. Fuck you, bitch. How about that? How about that? How about that? Catch me outside, bitch. White girl wasted. This is what she sounds like over there. Sounds fucking stupid. Anyways, I just thought I'd vent a little bit. Yeah. Now, Miss B said, I'm not going to speak on this anymore. And Samara said, I am not going to speak on this anymore. Yeah, she don't scare nobody. I tell you what, I thought Savage was somebody in the drama community, right? I thought, she was a force to be reckoned with. So a long time ago, few years ago, and I go over and look, and she's sitting on the panel going, hey, talking like she ain't got no fucking sense. 4th grade education, stupid, just sounded dumb. The way she talks. Using that hip hop lingo that she uses. You're white, right, Savage? You shut the fuck up. And Jen. Well, he came on over here, caused trouble, and he got something he didn't expect. Yeah, I got 2 dumb bitches on the other side of me that were just talking and I wasn't even listening to them. He got something he didn't expect. Jen in my chat, when I was in the Discord with her, she would always say, well, it's not fair for people to come at Brian about what his son did. It's just not fair. It's not fair. It's not right for people to do that, Brian. Unless it's Savage. Savage can do that. But it ain't fair. It just ain't fair. Hi, Sherry Ann. So this is my conclusion with the whole Carla thing. I wasn't coming around her chats as much. It takes brains. Yes, right. And I could do that. I can do that. I lost my train of thought. The consensus with Carla is I see it like this. I think Carla wanted to expand. I knew that there was an issue. I knew there was an issue. I knew that. Let me put it this way. I was really surprised to see Maynard Lynn over in her chat. Okay, because some of the things that were said about Manderlin in the Discord. So I saw her over there, and I've been respectful. If I see somebody in, like, I don't mind Manderlin. She's not like the worst one around, but I saw her starting to come around, and then I saw Carl slide over to Diane's and make a comment, which is fine. She can do that. And I don't like Diane. She's a scammer, and I have no empathy for her. None. I don't want bad things to happen to her, but I don't care if they do. I'm not going to cause them, and I'm not going to ask people to do things to Diane. I don't care if bad things happen to Diane. I really don't. So Ash 274 has been over there quite often, right? That's not surprising. Ash goes anywhere, and I can get along with her, but anyways, I guess Diane's mother passed away, and I didn't know about it, but Carla was talking about it, and she goes, you know, I can't help it. I know what Diane did, but I just kind of feel bad for her because her mom died. I feel really bad for her, which is good for Carla to say, but it's good that she has that. She said, I just really feel bad for her. But in the chat, I said, well, I feel bad for those children of St. Jude's. That's who I feel bad for. And Carla tried to lightweight called me out for making that comment. She goes, I thought you was calling me out on that. No, that's just, you said what you felt bad about, and I was saying what I felt bad about. The difference is, like, Carla had an opinion about Diane. I have an opinion about Diane. She didn't like my opinion. Right. Well, so I think what Carla would like to do is just expand to other places and start having other people. Like Just Angel's one of my haters, which I don't have a problem with her, but those people wouldn't be in her chat if she wasn't talking about me. And Carla said people were noticing that some of these other people were coming over because she was talking about me. Carla says they didn't even know that I was talking about him, but she started her live with Brian. That's a pretty good clue that you're about to talk about Smokey P, right? When you say Brian at the very beginning of your live, that's a good clue that you're about to start talking about Joe Biden. Then you called me a liar, which I don't appreciate. You called me a liar, and I don't appreciate the attack on my faith, and I don't appreciate the attack on my manhood that misbehaved and said he won't fight with a man. You're stupid. You ask Richard Groiper. I've paneled up with him, and I've said, you're a fucking racist, dude. You are a fucking idiot fucking racist, and you hide behind that bullshit. And I'm not the only one that's called him out for this shit. I called him out for that. And we're done. See, that's the thing. Richard and I are done with that argument. We're done. We've been done with that for about a year. I did call his ass out for that shit. Where the fuck were you, Carla? Not watching? So now Carla is aware of this man's racist stuff, who he used to be a mod in her chat. And she just can't support me going back at somebody Vinny, who was coming at me. She can't support. And Diane even came at me before. I don't like Diane. I don't like that bitch. She stole from kids. I don't like her. I got no empathy for her. Fuck her and her family. Don't care. Just like she said, fuck them kids and their families. I don't care about her. I don't like her. Don't give a fuck about her. I ain't never gonna have nothing nice to say about that bitch. Nothing. I don't like her. Now, do I feel bad that Diane's mother passed away? I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything about what happens in Diane's life. Just like she didn't feel anything when she pocketed those kids' money. And you had her scammer buddy right up on that fucking panel with you that collected gifts from her. Do you support One Win? One Win was the one that told us she was doing wrong shit with the money. One was the one that told us she thought something was fishy with Diane a year before she got caught and never told the community about what she thought was fishy. She'll tell you what she thinks is fishy about somebody's comment or somebody, or Laura, she'll tell you what's fishy about those people all day long. But when she thinks something's fishy about Diane, she doesn't come on here and say, you know what, you guys, I think this is fishy. Why not? Because she's getting Michael Kors purses, refrigerators, gifts that she just can't bring herself to open. Of course she's not. She's worried about what everybody else is doing. But she can't tell us, you mean in the back of your head for a year, you thought something was fishy about this money and you didn't come and make it public? But if Laura blows a fucking fart, you'll do 16 lives about it because you think that fart is fishy, right? Biggest hypocrite ever. And I'm going to tell you something here. I'm going to tell you something else. And I had to be sure and go back. There's a reason why I rejoined the fucking Discord. I knew what you bitches were up to. I had to go back and record some things. Okay? I had to go back and record some things. She has Wendy up on her panel. Oh, I'm so sorry. If Wendy knew the shit that was being said about her in that Discord, she wouldn't have went on your panel. See, when you booted me, and then you begged me to come back, and we talked for a while Friday night, and she said, well, he left and everything was okay. Yeah. No, he left and collected evidence is what he did. Because I knew what was about to happen. I knew that you guys would do this and that you get up on panels and say that I'm lying. I'm lying. We'll see about that. Because if you continue, this is just going to be my response to your videos. If you continue, I'm going to prove you wrong. Just like that's one of the things you guys like, that I prove people wrong. So now here is this. We've made it evident that somebody that frequents her chats is making blatant racial jokes. Right? I showed it. Somebody that had a wrench. They said they took his wrench. They didn't call him out publicly. They just behind the scenes said, well, let me get this wrench because Bryan put this out. And now we have to do this. Samara's always known that he's done that because she's defended him before on this. Samara's always known about his racist stuff. Her and I have argued about his racist stuff when I was putting up videos about a year ago with him. Samara always knew he was a racist. All right. And I'm telling you, when I brought up the whole Richard Groyper thing, I was like, if Carla thinks people are going to come at her about her content, she might want to take a look at this. Because, I was just trying to help. Just like when Richard Groyper said about being there, he said, I heard one of my crippled subs passed away today. I told her that I would have her wheelchair melted down to help fund the funeral. I'm helping. That's what he said. And she goes, well, being there and Richard were friends, and they joked around like that. But the comment says, I found out today that one of my crippled subs passed away today. If being there was really his friend, he would be devastated at her passing. He wouldn't make a joke about melting her wheelchair down. And that's in the video that I put up. Samara defended that by saying, oh, they were friends. They always played like that. But what Richard said was, again, one of my crippled subs died today. He didn't even call her friend. It's right there in that video. And Samara defended that. So, and then with all the racial stuff that I put up at the video, it says, who does Groyper mod for? And I can show you with his own text, his own words, his own everything. Severe racism. And what Samara said to me was, he doesn't mean that that's just his shtick. Tell that to John Crimes. Tell that to any other African American that you know. He's just joking. That's just his shtick. Samara is literally supporting blatant racism. If anybody could go look at the video that I put up that says, "Who does Groyper mod for?" I'd like for somebody to explain to me, anybody, if you can't explain to me why what Richard is saying is not racist, explain it to me. So now their moral high ground is this. Bryan said something about Vinny's daughter and we don't like it. We just can't have nothing to do with him and blah, 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 blah. So that means, Samara, unless you're a hypocrite that supports racism, you won't be over in Richard Groyper's chats. Neither will Carla. Because if you're over there, that means you support a racist. Because now you're aware. Samara's been aware. Samara's been aware of it. She has stuck up for him before, as if Carla tried to pretend she didn't know that he was racist. And like I said, I don't have a problem with Richard. I mean, I got a problem with some of the stuff he does, but I've already stated my case with him. I've already had it out. I've already called him out publicly for this shit. My issue is not with Richard. This is a good thing about the United States of America. If he wants to be a racist and he wants to post things like that, by God, we've had soldiers fight, including black ones, for him to have the right to do that. Groyper's a soldier who's seen action. Those people went out there and fought so that we could have the right to freedom of speech. And Groyper has it. That's why he can, if you look at my community post, you can take a look. That's just one. But if you stand behind somebody that thinks it's funny when Black Lives Matter people get shot, and they're saying things like "eat my ass," N-word, and making fun of George Floyd's death, according to Samara, that's just his shtick. He's only joking. So Samara, when we see you over in Richard Groyper's chat, we're going to know that you support a racist. I made it clear to you. You support a racist. And then you'll get right up on Carla's panel. I think anybody, and I'm going to tell you this straight up, people have accused me of racism. I think anybody that supports racism, it might as well be racist himself. I'm going to tell you what, I'm white, okay? I'm a white man. And sometimes I get around other white men that I might not know that well, and they might come with some of that old offhand racism stuff and try to make a joke about a black person or something. I don't like that. And I tell them that. I'll be like, man, come on with that bullshit. I won't participate in that. I don't. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you, like when me and John Crimes got into it, and he said, the Glairer said, this is what the Glairer said. The Glairer said that I was on Molly's panel yesterday making racist remarks about John Crimes and throwing watermelons in the chat yesterday. That's what the Glairer said with his gay ass. And I called him out. He said, so you're not saying that you're saying you didn't say anything racial about John Crimes on Molly's panel? I said, yes, I am, because I didn't. Glairer is kind of fucking dumb if you can't listen right. I was explaining that fight the first time that me and John Crimes had when he was trying to ride Molly's coattails like he rides Stephanie Harlow's, trying to get a name out there for himself. He didn't like that I was talking to Molly. I was trying to get her attention in his chat. I said, hey, Molly, give me a second. He goes, no, don't be asking her, Molly in here. I said, man, fuck you, dude. I'm trying to talk to her. And he goes, suck my dick, nigga. That's what he said. That's what John said to me. That's what John said to me. And Glairer, who can't hear very fucking well because he's a dumbass, I sent that motherfucker my email. I said, come on, I'll panel up with you, dude. If you say that I was throwing watermelons in her chat and that I said something racist about John Crimes on her panel, upload it, motherfucker. I said, I'm gonna tell you what, I'm not gonna pick a fight with my 15-year-old son. If you want to try and check me, Glare, I'll come up on your fucking panel anytime, motherfucker. You made me uncomfortable one time when I was talking to you because I felt like you were fucking hitting on me, and I've told other people about this, you fucking gay bastard. If you're going, you come out the fucking closet. Don't pretend that you're straight and be hitting on guys. That that when it comes to homosexuality, that's something I don't like. If somebody pretends that they're straight, and then they want to hit on guys behind, if you're gay, be gay, be it. Don't pretend you're straight. Anytime, Glare, you want to try and check me, buddy, you might as well stay in your own fucking lane, dude. He was saying racist stuff about John Crimes. Look, pull John's dick out your mouth, bro. John knows what happened. John knows this. John Crimes knows this. Even after we had that argument, John, and this is what I know, and this is what John knows, that he took the video down. He goes, I like Bryan. I know Bryan's not a racist. He knows he said that. I know he said that. So you can run along with your bullshit, John. People are so disgusting. Bryan was just so disgusting in saying that stuff and blah, blah, blah about women and everything else. Ain't nobody called John Crimes out. Carla do a video about John Crimes. But I just needed to vent a little bit. I appreciate y'all listening. And if Carla and Misbehaving and Smart continue to go on and bash me and sit there and lie, I've got a 2-hour video that includes Facebook messages, voicemails, texts, phone calls, all of it, where Carla was telling me, come on back. And I was going, no, I really don't. I'm upset right now, so just give me a minute. And I told them that. Just give me a minute and I'll talk to her. All right? Well, come on back. And when I came back, she wouldn't talk to me. Of course, that fucking pissed me off. And I can prove this. I can prove it. They were behaving, and Samara were telling me, yeah, Carla handled this all wrong. She gets impulsive. She shouldn't have done that. And then when Carla came back around, when Carla came back around, and when they're up on her panel, they're saying something different. Well, I can prove what was being said to me behind the scenes. You keep playing these games. Carla's live, where she called me a liar, within 4 minutes of her live, she told a lie. Bryan wasn't booted from Discord. Thank you, Misbehaving, for correcting her. Because she did boot me. You started right off with a fucking lie, Carla. Go look at the views on Carla's video where she's dragging Bryan. All right? And then go look at the views of some of her other videos. It's popular to drag Bryan. It's popular to drag him. You can't have Bryan around if you want to chat with Diane and Wendy and some of these. You can't have Bryan around. You don't like them. But look at her views. Look at the views. So, this is what they think. They think when he left Discord Friday, everything was fine. Oh yeah, it was fine. Sure was. I spent a lot of time going back and covering my ass for these bullshit lies you're going to tell. Hey, Carla, how would you like it if I uploaded the picture that you share with me of BTS? But then you went and apologized to Wendy about having a picture and sharing it. I've got that, Carla. Making fun of BTS behind the scenes, talking shit about TNT. See, if I talk shit about TNT, I do it right here. Not in the Discord behind somebody's back. So you might want to cool your jets talking about me, girl. He just never stops. Look, she made one video about me, calling me out. Then we had a little argument. And then she made another video with all three of them calling me out. But I don't ever stop. Let me tell you something, Carla. Oh, yeah. Picture of BTS. Pictures. Carla, you seem to have forgot some of the messages that you sent to me. You are not going to sit there and call me a liar, woman. You ain't going to call me a liar. So here's what I think should happen. Really. This is what I think should happen. That will resolve this whole thing. It'll resolve this whole thing. Okay? You said what you had to say about me twice in 2 different videos. I've said what I had to say about you. So here's what I think should happen. I think the whole mess should just be forgotten about and we go our separate ways. The only way that this whole mess can be forgotten about and we go our separate ways is if you remove the video where you call me out and you remove the video that says my turn. And she said I threatened her. I could prove I didn't threaten her. I could prove that I did not. He threatened to put up this video. No, I didn't threaten to. And I've got the Facebook message to show it. So, and I will use them. When you call me a liar, no holds barred for me to prove myself. So if those 2 videos that are up, you've gotten to speak your mind about me, and that's fair and that's reasonable. If they remain up, it's annoying to me. You've spoke your mind. Now I've got this 2-hour video, 2 hours long, that shows that you guys are incorrect and you're lying. So the longer that those 2 videos where you sat there and lied stay up, the more it's going to make me want to put out the truth. So if those 2 videos stay up, if you take them down, we have no, I don't have no reason to try and prove myself that you're lying. If you take them down, there's no reason for me to upload the difference. If you get on a panel with 2 other women and you're speaking all this stuff about someone, that someone has a right to show, has a right to defend himself. So now that you said, in return, if you remove those 2 videos, I'll take down all the videos that I made about you, starting with the screenshots and everything else. Because you asked me to take the video about where I said that about Vinny down. It's down. In return, I'll take all the videos that I've made about you down. Okay? And I won't talk about you again. They sat there and said, he gave us our word, my word, that he wouldn't post that video. That's a fucking lie. I never gave you my word. I never gave you my fucking word. I don't break my word for nobody. And they both know it. They both know. I never said, I give you my word, I'm not putting it up. What I said was, I don't want to put it up. I really don't want to. I didn't say I wasn't going to. And I never said I didn't give my word. I never said I gave my word. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. I'm gonna tell you what. There was people up on that panel. There was 2 people up on that panel. Carl was not there when Miss B. It was Samara and Miss B were in a voice chat with Misdemeanor and me. Okay, and some other people were in there. I don't remember. I think Life of Jim was in there too. And Miss D was going on about John Crimes, and she was mad and blah blah blah. And she said, "I don't care what nobody says. John Crimes is an N-word. He's an N-word." Carla's aware that she said that. Miss B's aware that she said that. Samara's aware that she said that. But nobody made a fucking video about it. As soon as she said that, I was shocked. I said, well, I gotta go. I didn't respond to it. She flat out said it, called him that word. So that's where the resolution will be. If those 2 videos stay up, there, which she's got a right to keep them up. She's got a right to speak her mind. She's got a right to present those facts the way that she sees them as facts. But I have a right to put out this 2-hour ass fucking video, and I will. This is me threatening her. Look, he's threatening me. He's saying if I don't take down these 2 videos, he's going to put up another. No, it's not a threat. If you leave those videos up, then I'm going to respond to them. As long as they're up. As long as they're up, I'll evaluate them motherfuckers every day. Every day, as long as they're up, you're going to hear from me. every day. And people told them, oh, he's going to start calling and texting and calling and texting and pestering you guys. I haven't called. I've got Miss B's number. Look, this is the last thing I said to Miss B on her phone number. I said, you sat up there on that panel and said, Bryan, don't fight with men. When the whole thing was over, Bryan fighting with a man. I said, now you look stupid. And I blocked her. So there'd be no more phone call. She gave it to me. And I told her I wouldn't bother with her phone. So I said what I had to say and I left her. Miss B seems to forget about this voicemail she left me. That's in this 2-hour video. You are not going to sit there and try to make me look like scum of the fucking earth. You ain't going to do it. You're going to come with facts. You guys fucking lied. Anyhow, I'm going to lay down for 20 minutes and I got to carry my big ass to work. All right. And remember, if we see Carla or Samara over in Richard Groper's after this point, after they've seen the video about him being a racist, if you see them over there, then they support a racist.